Hi, welcome to House Calls with Cari and Krista. Today, if you were watching us last week, Krista kind of gave you a sneak peek about what we'd be talking about this week, which is pretty much why, despite the fact that the market is super hot and you could pretty much put a sign in your yard and sell your house on your own, well, you should not do that. So, Krista, take it away.
Okay, hi. So, yeah, this is a seller's market in Tri-Cities, and everybody kind of knows that at this point, hopefully. And if you don't, you haven't been outside.
Go back and watch some old house calls where we tell you, there's no inventory.
So it is a seller's market. It's a great time to be a seller. It's also, still a great time to be a buyer. There's still wonderful houses being sold, and we still have a very good cost of living here in the Tri-Cities, so it is still affordable. But so you think, why can't I just sell my house on my own? If I know how to do some marketing, I can put it on the internet, and I can.
There's Facebook groups all over. I could just join one of those.
Put a sign in the yard, and I can, get a CMA from a realtor who will just give it to me for free because we all do that. Why can't I do this? Well, you can, but I want you to understand that there's a lot of paperwork involved in selling a home, and our statewide forms just get more intense all the time. So you have to be familiar with those. But also, most buyers are going to be represented by a realtor in this market. And so more than likely, you are going to have, on the other end, the offer that's coming to you will be written by a realtor. And if you get something, say you have 5 or 6 offers on your home, do you understand the addenda that's attached to those? Do you understand what an escalation clause is, an escalation addendum? Do you understand what it means if somebody's changing the terms in optional clauses? Those things can make a difference. Do you know who the mortgage lenders are?
Are they one of the ones that you can trust and count on in this market?
Do you know who the reputable mortgage lenders are and who aren't? Do you know how to read a pre-approval letter and what those financing terms mean? So all of those things are important, and just kind of remember, we're not trying to scare you, but gosh, it sounds like we are. But it is important. We are trained professionals, and we go through ongoing continuing education training, and it's good to have a representative, somebody representing you through the entire transaction from start to finish, and not just doing the marketing and the pricing for you, but also helping maintain that transaction.
Right. Well, and actually, I wanted to bring up another point, and I know this is kind of going to go longer than we usually like to do, but just true to form, you were focusing on the paperwork and the addenda, et cetera, which is excellent point. And there's a lot of nuances to purchase and sale agreements and contracts that you need to kind of have somebody who's more familiar with it than the standard person is to know what's going on. But anyway, I think about it from the emotional perspective. No other investment that a person does is as emotionally wrought as purchasing or selling your home. Mm-hmm. Nobody gets emotional over selling their stock. Well, it's my Apple stock. I've had it for 20 years.
I did have a car I sold that I was
that happens too. But still, it's not hundreds of thousands of dollars.
That's true.
Right. So I recently had a situation where I was representing the seller, somebody else was representing the buyer, and there was a little bit of a personality conflict at the end, and the buyer was adamant about something, and the seller was like, okay. And it was such a good thing that they each had people representing their party and their side of the argument so that it didn't fall apart, because we were right at the end, and it could very likely have fallen apart if they had to discuss things with one another. But because they were able to direct it to their agents, and then the agents corresponded, that made it all stay together, and the house got sold, and the buyers got the house that they wanted, and the seller sold for the price that they wanted. So anyway, I mean, that's an important factor to think of, because you can look at your house and try to be objective about it and say, this is what we'll charge, and this is what we'll do, boom, boom, boom. But there's so many other things that crop up that you just don't think are going to crop up, because it's your home, for crying out loud.
Yeah. So we take, hopefully a good realtor will help. You can be emotional, but we're able to kind of step back and look at it logically and reasonably, and also strategize on your behalf for the best foreseeable outcome, and provide you with information so that you can make a well-informed decision. And that's really what it's all about. So,
100%.
Okay.
So, all right. Thanks so much for watching,
Thank
you guys.
Have
See
a
you
great
next
week.
Bye.